what Manubhai described me, your development, he's so happy about that there are so many intellectuals and professionals here. So I can see you are professionals, intellectuals. And when you are intellectuals, you don't think at a small level, what is for me. But in today's subject matter, I want you to think beyond. What is good for the society? So think it loud, not just little subject. So let's think it loud. What is right and wrong? What kind of legacy, meaning when you leave this world, what kind of world you want to live it with it? Especially focus on interfaith marriages. To make things little intriguing, last week a father called me, and you have to think what you would have done. And he told me that my daughter, who is 18 years old, she's impressed by Islam and wants to convert to Islam. So I say, okay, and what did you do? So I say, explain her. He says, I have explained her really nicely and clearly that Islam is a very violent religion. Keep off from it. I say, okay. And what was her reaction? So she believed me, and now seems like she's on the right track here. I told him that, first of all, I would not have criticized any faith like that. It is wrong to say this or that religion is bad. And second thing, that you assume that your daughter, now she's in college, she believed everything what you said, and now she's in college, she can do whatever she wants it. Instead of that, I propose him completely opposite different things, and I'll be working with him. So I have guided something like 1200 plus this kind of case. People keep on sending me or on the website. So what you would do, think it over. And meantime, let me make some 15-minute presentation, and then we will just carry on after my background, and then we get on the discussion. And I want you to get involved.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Did the daughter actually listen to the father or not?
She said she listened to father.
Okay. That's what you think so.
Once she's in college, what she does, that's a different story. But what I felt that I told father outright that you started on a wrong footing. That's not the way I would have suggested. And then I suggested. So you think it over what you would have done differently. Okay, so with that. So you may be wondering why I have to learn this interfaith subject. I mean, my own survey, 38% of our youths, they marry Christian, Jews, and Muslim in America. 38%. That's my own survey. So if this number is this high, I mean, it's about time we need to learn more about it. Now, some terminologies, and that is, my subject matter is interfaith marriage, but in not Jain, Hindu, that is also interfaith marriage. I do cover that. But my main focus is Dharmic, Hindu, Jain, Sikh, and Buddhist, to Abrahamic, that's Christian, Jews, and Muslim. And as a matter of fact, those three are following the same God, same scriptures, a lot of similarities, overlapping things. And you can call, in layman terms, they are all three sons of the man Abraham, or Apostle Abraham. So now what is my core message, where I'm going with these things? What I want to see this world is like we were taught, Iswar Allah Terona. There is one God. We all pray different way. It's okay to go to mandir, mosque, and everybody has their own way of praying. There is nothing wrong with it. So that's word uses the pluralism. So we are pluralist. And I believe that's a good way of bringing love, harmony, and less wars, and if that goes there. The other side is the exclusivity. An exclusivist believes that there is only one God, and that's my God. You are polytheists, you are kafir, you are idol worshippers, your way is wrong. You got to convert to my way, because mine is the only way to go to heaven, right? So we need to, those are heaven goers. They know they are going to go to heaven, and they want to take with us too by converting us. Now, problem is when our sons or daughters, when they are in college dorm, they don't have a clue. They fall in love and then they want to get married, and they don't realize that that person is a heaven goer. They want to take you to heaven along with them by converting you. So, and parents don't know how best to explain to your son and daughter. So that's the thing. Now, let's say your son, daughter, or grandson, daughter, whatever, and you took them to Balviyar, Sunday school, every day you did the ritual, everything, and then when you send it to college, and you are so damn sure that nope, they are going to marry only right kind of person. But we taught them Iswar Allah Teram, all religions are same, which is not true. And then they go on their own in college, they realize that the ground is flat, everybody are same. So then by association, they fall in love. And then the love progresses 6 months, 2, 3 years goes on. Once love binds up, then love goes in a second gear. And then the other party says, who is your God? Or what is the Hinduism belief? I tell you that 99% of Hindu cannot explain what is the concept of Hinduism in 1 minute. It's just this as, oh, we have a Rama, Krishna. They cannot. And then the other party explains so eloquently because they are so dogmatic. There is only one, no other way. So they are very clear. Versus ours is a very fluid, so multiple way of doing, and that's why we get confused. So ultimately, what happened that they make holes in the mind of Hindu mind that you have some problem with your scriptures. Ours is a better one, and sometimes. And then before they know, just 3 months, 6 months before marriage, all of a sudden comes that you have to change your religion. And then child got confused, not child, that's our son or daughter got confused what to do. If they know my parents are racist, they will not understand all those things. So they say, okay, I'll convert, my parents will never know. And you are so happy everything went well. What goes under the ground, you will never know. So that's the way it goes. Now, let's look at different type of marriages. Let's look at the first one, Christian and Hindu marriages. Probably most of our relationships we see is made with the Christians. Again, I'm out to say that I have seen so many great Christian Hindu marriages. They are really having a great time, wonderful living. So I mean, I'm not against saying it's bad, but how many of you have attended a wedding inside the church? Or do you know that a wedding in Catholic Church means the Hindu party who is getting married must sign a prenuptial agreement that children will be baptized and raised in Christian faith only, baptism. You attended, let's say, a Catholic church inside, you attended wedding. Nobody will know, parents even will not know. Whoever son or daughter who is our Hindu side, they will just go sign the prenuptial agreement. It's get filed in church paper and you will never know. So that's a legal document, and I will describe why it's a serious problem. So that's prenup is much, and this information you go on a Catholic website, it's clearly cited, but Hindu community are clueless about it. They believe that there is only way to heaven to meet the Father God. The God, they call it Father God, is through the Son God, and that is Jesus. So unless you baptize, you cannot go to heaven, and on Judgment Day you'll be damned because you never converted to Christianity. So Mother Teresa, she was baptized, she will go to heaven. Mahatma Gandhi, he's not going to go to heaven. He's going to be damned hell. It doesn't matter what his karmas are, because he has not been baptized. So that's the exclusivist mindset. Not all Christians believe that one, but that's fundamental teaching. We need to only make sure that whether our sons or daughter, who are they marrying to, whether are they carrying this ideology or not. So that's the problem. Now, you may ask, long story, just tell me what is the solution. I mean, my son is going to marry, the daughter is going to marry. What is the solution? I've read Bible, Quran, Torah, Gita, all those things. And in Bible, it's 1,200 pages thick Bible. Only 3 chapters are relating to Jesus. Mark, Matthew, and Luke. And those chapters, when I read it, I mean, even my eyes lighten up. I have no problem with what Jesus is teaching. Love thy neighbor. How beautiful. Jesus' teachings in those 3 chapters are nothing against, nothing about converting, nothing about idol worshipping. He says, what is to do with the circumcision? I mean, unless you do your good karma, what's the deal with the convert? So, what my recommendation, marrying to Christians, accept Jesus, keep the church out. It's a church who will hurt you. Jesus will not hurt you. You make to convince your son or daughter or whoever the other party, have a nice big Jesus photo, put it on the wall, next to it puts Krishna's photo. I tell you, both of them will be very happy. They will not cry ever. But so far you keep the church out. If you involve the church, you will cry. So that's, and some of those things you may not know that, in marriage, once you are, or your son or daughter becomes part of the church, you have to give 3 to 12% of your annual income straight go to the church. It's not that you put it in that donation box. I mean, you have to really get zip out. 10 to 12% of your asset. So if Sunday your asset is life earned assets is going to go to that directions, I mean, at least it's a good to know, right? Let's move into the Islam. Even more interesting. Muslim will want, Hindu says, yeah, we have to have a Hindu wedding. So sometime Muslims say, okay, we'll have a Hindu wedding. We have our own wedding, that is Shahadat. That's a Nikah. So Hindus say, yeah, that's logical. We have our, you have your, I mean, it's equality, right? I mean, same thing, you have yours, ours. But for Nikah, you need to have Shahadat. That's a religious conversion to Islam. Nikah can be only between 2 Muslims. And Nikah is a contract. It's not a sacrament. In Christianity and Hinduism, it's a sacrament. It's the holy things. Nikah is a contract to sleep with a boy and a girl. And that is a dower, that is a dowry. And you pay that money. And when you fill talak, that dowry get returned, that contract is null and void, and you are free to other side. So that's Islamic, this one. Now, again, you will ask that, cut the story stop. What should I do, my son or daughter marrying to? What I will say that, accept the Allah. I will perform the namaz 5 times a day, I will go to mosque, I will do everything. But keep the Muhammad out. In Shahadat, it takes only 1 minute or 30 seconds to be a Muslim. You just say, La ilaha illallah, there is only one God, which you all agree, no problem. But the second statement says, Muhammadur Rasulullah, meaning Muhammad is the final apostle. Wait, why are you bringing Muhammad? You're talking about Allah, God. Why not Krishna be Rasulullah? Why not Jesus be Rasulullah? Why not Buddha be Rasulullah? So if you insist on a Muslim, tell him that I will do everything. I'll be better Muslim than I'll do fasting and everything. But keep Muhammad out. I will not utter the Muhammad word. If that party is a religious fanatic, he's just going to walk away. Your problem is solved. Because they are not out selling Allah. They are out selling Muhammad. They are out promoting Muhammad. I mean, that's a gross way of saying, they may feel offended hearing. But if you see, that's what, because if they are really outselling Allah, they will accept. We are willing to do everything what you are saying, except not uttering one particular word. So that's the way to handle in moving to Christianity, Judaism. I talked to 10 rabbis, one-to-one, including I live in a San Francisco Bay Area, very progressive area, and many rabbis there. All 10 rabbis, they told me that we will perform Jewish wedding, provided you're not going to have a Hindu vivah. If you have a Hindu vivah, we will not perform the Hindu. We cannot have 2 religious rituals. And then I says, what is the requirement, or what would you recommend for children, religion of the children. They says we respect Hinduism. You know, when you hear from that rabbi, you get impressed and walk away. Such a wonderful rabbi. But you know, I'm working on it for 18 years. That's what I do in and out. I said, can you explain me what you mean by we respect? Bottom line, one rabbi really explained me very nicely. He says, like, if it is your home is a Judaism. You belong here, Judaism. But then you have a guest sometime, Hinduism, and we respect them. But then they go away. The children will belong to Judaism, but they respect Hinduism. I said, that crap, not acceptable to me. That's not equality. So that's something you need to be understand. So what is the solution with Judaism? If it is somebody with this one, with Jewish, I use the word BBS. That's baptism, Christianity, bris or bar mitzvah in Judaism, and the Shahadat Sunan in Islam, BBS. You know, just keep this, those are religious labels. Just keep the religious label out. That is, Hindu has nothing to gain out of it. Keep it out. You outright say that I'll do everything, Judaism, I will put on that yarmulke hat and everything, but I will not commit for children's baptism. Or children's bar mitzvah and the bris ceremony and all that. Will not. We will teach from Hinduism and both one. So if you present it this way, the children will be raised in two faiths. There are two faiths there. And they will be raised, but they will not a single time they will feel that they only belong to one and others is we respect. Nothing like that. They belong to Judaism. We are Jew, Hindu children. That's what I wanted. And that's what we have to insist on our son or daughter that they should be everybody should be telling. These are Jew, Hindu children, or Christian Hindu children, Muslim Hindu children, and that's why proudly should be saying it. And if you do that one, if the other party is religious fanatic, they will walk away. Your problem solved. So now you will say that, oh, you know, those are intolerant people. How about Hindus? Are Hindus tolerant? No, Hindus are intolerant too. If your son or daughter or grandson is dating, or you come and propose, oh beta, this is a nice Swaminarayan or Jain there, you know, right away they will show their intolerance. Do I have to stop eating potatoes and onions? They know it. They ask pinpoint questions that body will bother them. And they will walk away. No, I don't want to marry them. Same party, 6 months later, they go to college and they fall in love with Muslim. 2-3 years later, they end up converting to Islam. So there, they are willing to give up their religion and the cultural heritage and everything. But here, they are not willing to even give up potatoes. You know? So why it happened? It's not because they don't, for them potato is more important than their cultural heritage, but their ignorance. And that's what I'm asking you to do is get educated about it. Why ignorance? Because when it comes to Swaminarayan and Jain, they know pinpoint what is the issue there inside. They know exactly what will happen because they have visited Jain temple, they heard their friends. Islam, they have no clue other than on the college dome, you hear about it, on the news you hear about it. But what goes behind it, that you don't have clue. And that's why if they reach out to me, I systematically drive them through and they realize, and then it's like Manubhai said, it's their decision what they want to do it. I'm not there to make a decision for them. They should be making decision. Sometimes what happened that, now I'm coming close to closing my presentation. Sometimes it happened that your granddaughter or grandson who is in love with somebody, one of those three or anybody, you keep on insisting, beta, you are going on a wrong track. It's just, they just don't listen to you. What do you do that? What I tell them that you want to convert to Islam, go ahead, convert. I'll be the first one to go and tell your parents and I will support it. It's my job to convince your parents, to keep them shut. You want to convert. But let me ask you a question. You want to convert to Islam, right? So Hindu daughter says, yeah, I want to convert. Hypothetically, let's assume that this Muhammad guy or Ahmad, whatever that name is, you never met him. Would you still convert to Islam? No. No, I mean, I'm converting because he's the one who. And then let me ask you other question. Let's assume that, I hope not, but Ahmad decides that he finds some better girl and he dumps you. Would you still convert to Islam? Oh, you kidding? I'm not going to convert. So meaning you are telling me that you are converting just for the marriage. You don't have a faith in it. So basically you are fake converting. I mean, you convert because you have a faith, right? Why you faking it? You are faking to Allah, you are faking to Imam, you are faking to your parents, you are faking to their Hindu community. You are making your married life based on lies and deception. Is this, who taught you to those kind of things? Why can't you be honest? This is what I'm wanting. And when you explain it this way, they get convinced, maybe 50-60% get convinced. And those who don't get convinced, then you find out, take out the wild card. Let's assume that you got married to that Ahmad guy, you had 3-4 children, 10 years down the road, you realize it's not working for me, you are tired, you have a divorce, or you get talaq, you get kicked out, you are a divorce. You want the children back, you want to raise your own children, right? American judge will not let you have or give you a lot of hard time having your own children, even in America. Why? Because when you married, both were Muslims. You have purposefully converted to Islam, meaning you made an informed decision to have the family, Muslim family. So these children belongs to Islam, Islamic faith. And the Muslim party wants to make sure that you don't get exposed them to any other faith, especially Hinduism, idol worshipping, your polytheists and your parents, your grandparents will take you to mandir sometime. And that's not allowed in Islam. And when those two lawyers argue in American court, judge will understand. Yeah, no, I mean, your understanding was Islam. You cannot have the children. Or if they give you children, they will have a lot of restrictions that make sure nothing, no religious book, whatever. Why you want to put, what is there you have to gain out of converting? I mean, you are shooting on your feet. So when you convince this one, especially as soon as you bring up the divorce things, today's youths, as much as they show a lot of confidence about their lover, as soon as you bring up the divorce things, they know that so much divorce going on and anything could happen. They will not convince it, they will not accept with you, but inside they are always nervous. So that could really work for it. So basically what I'm trying to say, and this statement I'm going to repeat twice because it's important. Do not tolerate their intolerance for who we are. They cannot tolerate who we are, that is idol worshipper, polytheist, kafir, and we're going to go to heaven. They cannot tolerate us. So why you want to tolerate their intolerance for what we are? Just tell them, no, who we are who we are, just be honest and truthful, and that's what it is. So in ending my what message I'm trying to give, and then we get on the discussions. What I want is a title of my book is equality. I want equality, 50-50. And that's fair. I mean, who will say that I'm asking too much? I don't want 51%. I don't want, but will not settle for 49%. Isn't it fair? I mean, and when you present it this way to your son or daughter, neighbors, whoever is in love, and they say, yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, who don't want, everybody wants equality. Who wants to be submissive to start with? So if you present your case with this 50-50 deal, you're going to have a really good, you get an insurance that that party is not a religious fanatic, outright. And plus the case I mentioned that 10 years down the road when you are in front of judge, hey, judge, we have a marriage of equality. So I have right to take it to Hindu temple. He or she can take it to mosque the next day or church next day, no problem. And the children will be taught about our gods, everything 100%. They can teach their way. And then it's whoever religion fits with the grandchildren, that will be their religion. So there is so much to gain by equality. And that is nothing for us to gain by being submissive. We've been submissive for 1,000 years anyway. Now it's time to at least demand for equality. Other thing is, I always tell youths that keep options open. I tell you, all of you, when you were at 22 years old, probably you did not want to hear these religious kind of things. And all of a sudden, you change so much. Everybody goes back to their roots. So even if you don't go back to your roots, why don't you keep at least option open? That's what I'm saying. So you are 22 dating, that's fine. But why you want to lock into Shahadat? La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And once you are Muslim, and if you leave Islam, once somebody asks Muhammad that what is the punishment? Kill him. Including, let's say you go to many Islamic countries, Saudi Arabia and all that, and if you say I was a Muslim, I'm back to Hinduism, that's apostasy. You'll be in prison. And or country like Bangladesh, you'll be executed. I'm not kidding. It's a laws. Country's laws. A Muslim cannot leave. So point is, why you don't leave the option open for you? I mean, who knows? I'm 22, at 65, who knows? I want to be Buddhist, I want to be Christian, I want to be, whatever. Keep options open. And other thing is, we need to tell our son or daughter, be proud of whoever you are. You are atheist, be proud of atheist. And so if you say self-pride, be honest, and this way if you present it, I'm sure you will have a good outcome. They will not have anything to complain against your messages. And it will be, and again, it's more important thing, we are not being unfair to the other party, whoever is Jewish, Christians, Muslims. They may be really, really wonderful person for our sons and daughters. So we are not being, we are not hurting them, and they can fully teach their scriptures. So far they can head on compete with, two scriptures can compete with each other and ideology. That's my messages. Thank you very much. Now, before question askers, the rule is, let me know, if it is a question, tell that, yeah, I have a question, and then why this or that, 15-second question. And if you want to express your views, at least to start with, 30-second expressing your view. Right? No, wait.
I was just going to make a comment earlier, that of the two religions, you mentioned Christianity and Islam. It's interesting that in one religion, you are saying the founder or the main personality of the religion, Christ, that he's good. It's the church that tries to push you into a direction that may not be good for you, or maybe imposing on you. Christ never said anything bad about anybody, and Christ was a very loving, good person that you can still respect, like you respect Mahatma Gandhi. On the other hand, in Islam, it's different. In Islam, Muhammad is the king. You listen to what Muhammad says, and whatever he says that in the name of God, but actually it is his way of imposing his ideas on you. And so in one case, you are ruling out the founder or the main personality of a religion. You say, Muhammad, don't listen to him. And
okay, got your point.
the message is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I'll just
in that case, first we have to keep in mind that our son and daughter is marrying to only one person. It's not marrying to some big community. So what's in that person's mind, that's our should be main focus, right? Whatever I'm putting on here, accept Jesus and kick out the church, or accept Allah, and that's just my way of solving the current situation. It's wrong to say that anything against Muhammad, because Muslims have really high respect for it. They have their own ways of justifying it, and it works for them. So I mean, I have nothing against them. But it's when it comes to our sons and daughters, we just need to be mindful about. So I'm just focusing on practical situation. Yeah.
I want to add something what Manubai said. I think it's true for Hinduism too, because yeah, you believe in Ram and Krishna, but what about the middle people like Shankaracharya or something? If you are going to follow them, then Hindu is also going to become a fanatic religion too. So it's true that you believe in God, but not to the middle person.
Yeah. That's good point. The problem may not be the scriptures, may not be some founder and all that. How it's actually what the community, how they pressure you. For example, you are part of the church goer, and then church every Sunday you take your church to Sunday church, and then they keep on hammering certain things in mind, and that could change their mind. In Islam, if you are not converted, community will not rest till you convert, even though you got married and down the road, like Saif Ali Khan and Kareena Kapoor has not converted. I mean, it just boils the Muslims are not proud about it. They want Kareena to someday to convert it. So point is, it's always it's a community who could kill it. But the sons and daughters who are marrying, they have to realize that in college dorm, when you are sitting in Rara, you talking it, that's not what the reality is. Reality is you're not marrying to one person, you are marrying to community. And how community will come and pressure you, that's something you will not be able to fight through.
I want to tell something too, is that children's, they are going to listen to their parents and they are going to do. But if they opposes the parents, and if the parents threatens them, that hey, listen, no.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If that happens, then children are going to take a middle road. Or they are going to say, okay, we are not going to marry, we are going to live together.
Yeah. See, that's my point, is if I go back to that original case, the father who reached out to me, I say it's wrong to say that Islam is a violent religion. They could paint out many things about Hinduism that look where we are violent. So first of all, it's wrong. First, second thing, that your daughter is already start liking it. She has spent probably several years learning about it, and you cannot just undo in one day. So I recommended him to order a Quran, and I said first read it Quran thoroughly. I gave him certain articles to read through, and I said first you educate yourself. Other thing is go meet all the relatives and find it out. What are their beliefs? As I said, the whole community. Go meet them everywhere. Go to their mosque. How many of you have visited the mosque during the service? During the service? Wow, good. Actually, all of you should take time once in a while, make a field trip to mosque, church, synagogue. I think it's a great idea, because you will learn that it's not that they are bad, they have their own way of doing it, and when they are doing for thousands of years, who we are to say that no, change it. Our focus is interfaith marriage and how to salvage it. So I told him that start reading all those things, understand about Islam, and then get in a discussion with your daughter that, you know, I read in Quran, it says that you can beat your wife. I mean, this is the way, probably it doesn't mean that way, but my English, that's what it says, that you can beat your wife if she does not behave well. Ask your daughter, can you explain it? I mean, you want to learn it. So, I mean, ask it. There are so many places in the Quran, I don't want to list that, I can give you the list. So, just keep on asking questions, pointing questions. And let the youth who wants to convert to Islam, let them explain you. And when you keep on going like that 6 months, you know, it's possible that they may come out. You know, I never knew that. They never told me. They told me everything good about it. They never told me all those points you making up. So, again, bottom line, my thing is that you're all professionals. If somebody comes to your psychiatrist ward, you will not say, just take this pill and you'll be okay. Why do I take this pill? Don't ask anything. I told you, take it, that you don't treat this way. You have to give the option, you have to explain all this. You have to be educated to be telling, and then they will trust you. So same thing, I told him that gain a lot of knowledge and get into understand, takes 3, 4, 6 months. And if you approach this way, your daughter will really appreciate it. And you're intellectual people. That's what your intellectual people are supposed to do. I mean, you raise pointed questions to them. So that's and if you follow this one in any situation. ultimately it could have a good outcome. Sometimes we may be wrong, and they can explain us out. But education is the key. Please, yeah.
You said that in interfaith marriages, if you marry a Catholic or a Christian, don't get the church involved. You follow the religion, but don't get the church involved. And I have a personal experience. I have a daughter married to an Italian, and the church is involved, and our kids are baptized. But there is no one saying don't take the kids to your temple or the priest himself says take your grandchild to the temple too. Let it go to church. So there is no restriction per se at all. I find it very liberating that it's sort of here's a church. We sit in a church, and the priest saying that getting a robe. So I have a totally different experience than what
It's Christianity. There are 36,000 denominations. There are no two Christians or no two Hindus are saved. So again, I keep on repeating that it's only who you are marrying to that matters. But so far, when they are dating, you can foresee what is coming 10 years down the road. So far, you knew what you are getting into it. You don't want any surprise after getting married. Everything you want to know it upfront. And that's why in my book, there are 10 questionnaires. And husband and this boy and girl who are supposed to tick mark, yes, I expect, these are my expectations. And then put it together.
That's probably many parents who children involved in interfaith marriages like that, InterfaithShaadi, and all said that it's very liberal. There is no dogma in a church. The church is, if you belong to Catholic, you have to come to church. No. You come to church, you go to temple too, and then.
So are you saying that in all interfaith marriages there is no dogma?
No, not at all. In my experience.
Correct.
I don't
Correct.
know.
Yeah, correct.
All of us are limited base of.
No, correct. Agree.
All very liberal, do both. So we have taken our grandparents to the mandir and to the puja. We go to the church.
I'm very happy for it. I'm for it.
In fact, I love it.
Yeah, no, it's true. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, in this one, Christian, I would say probably 70% of the cases are, what I have observed, again, I don't have a specific, are like what you mentioned. But the thing is, how do we know that when you are dating, it's the 30% bucket or 70% bucket? Everybody,
You ask the question.
which question?
Well, when the kids are born, will it take them to church and temple or only church? You ask the question and you get the answer.
Okay, if the church says you want its wedding in my Catholic church, inside the church, you have to sign a prenuptial. Would you recommend that's okay to sign prenuptial?
That's not my decision. That's the child's decision.
What is that?
It's not my decision.
No.
That decision belongs to the kids.
No. Again, I told you that here we are all intellectuals. Don't take it personally. We are talking what is good for society. So as a society, what should I recommend? If somebody come to me that, I'm going to have a wedding in a church and the church says to sign this prenuptial. As a consultant, not personal, what should I recommend? That go ahead, sign it, no problem.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. I haven't been in that situation. So I would just do.
Okay. Anyway, not to get in any personal situation, my recommendation as an interfaith consultant is not sign such prenuptial agreement, because 10 years down the road, as I said, that if you have a problem at that time, you are in front of judge and they will say, look, you have signed it. There is nothing for you to gain. But again, don't get in any personal situation. This is just what is good for society. Yeah, please.
What happens if the marriage is not in a church, but in some a neutral place? You have both Hindu and Christian marriage at the same stage. Okay, no papers are signed.
Not what I say is that in not marriage in the sanctuary, just outside in the right in the church, outside grass, perfect. You don't have to sign the prenuptial if it is outside.
Like I have two granddaughters like that, but they never baptized, nothing ever happened. Although their parents, she is a Catholic, there have been no baptism.
again, don't take it personally, okay? Because it's a sensitive. Once you take it personally, it gets sensitive. My objective, it's again, as I told you, repeating that it's for what is good for society. What you would want it 100 years down the road. That's what I'm saying. And what I'm telling you, 100 years down the road, I'll be very happy if everybody are pluralists, meaning equality. 50-50, that will be a better outcome for society. Please.
I have a comment about Kareena Kapoor. It's a facade that she is not converted because her sons are called, one is Timur, another is Shah Jahan.
Yeah. Okay, great point. In Kareena Kapoor's case, yeah, what I call it, I have published articles on it, you may read it. What I call it, what Saif Ali Khan has done is a skip generation conversion. So they could not convert Kareena Kapoor for whatever reason she does not want to. So they skipped that generation, built on it, and they're harvesting the rest of the this thing. And that is that's why Taimur and Jahangir Jain. So I do not accept these skip generation conversions. Same thing Catholic Church, now they learn it. Earlier they wanted you must convert to marry in Catholic Church. That was their law. They realized that today's our intellectual professional kids, as soon as you say conversion, they said, no, I don't want to convert. So they realize it's so much resistance and they learn it. Let's do the skip generation conversion. Skip this generation, let's harvest the rest by baptizing the next one. So they changed that modification. It's possible later on they may even further modify, but if we keep on fighting for equality rights, I think this world will be a better place for all.
Dilip, excellent job, and I think we got a lot out of it. My question is, in practice, or in theory, your theory about BBS, the word BBS is good, but how do you get into a 20 or 18 or 19 years old kid about this BBS?
Yeah. When you are 22 years old, 18 years old, and when you are in love, you are in so much infatuation. It's just you. And the problem is the day your daughter comes out and tell you that you are having coffee nicely, and she comes out and mom, dad, I'm in love with Muhammad. My God. And two things Hindu parents will say. Number one, I told you, beta, don't get into interfaith marriages. That's wrong. And second thing, the Muslims, you cannot trust them. Look at this Somnath temple. You lost your case. Patient is dead on arrival. Doctor's term. You blew it. And your daughter, what is she going to tell you? Either on face or inside. I knew you are a racist. Hell with you. I'm going to do what I want to do it. So instead of that, completely you fool them. Completely you fool them. Beta Muhammad, no problem. Chalo badi dhamdhum se shaadi karenge. Arre, chalo, let me start preparing for the wedding. Why not? This is mom. Wait, mom. You talking here? I thought you will kill me. Why not? Look, beta, you are so intelligent. And I know that you have thought about it. So I'm not worrying at all. Your decision is so perfect. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go for it. What happened to mom? Has she drink some vodka or what is that? I mean, I never expected. But there is a clear strategy there. Then what you do is go meet their mama, chachi, dada, dadi, any all relatives, and next 3, 4, 6 months you do is a completely full investigation. You are out like a spies going inside the Pakistan and find out where are the bridges and where they're making bombs, everything inside. Go to their mosque one day on Friday services, put on the biggest bindi you could find it, and go with your daughter. And what will happen? Right inside the mosque, before that, the Imam will say, wait, ladies, you go in the back. You cannot come in the main hall. You will be watching only us through the video, not in front. Right away, daughter says, wait, in our mandir we go together. But still, it's not time to act smart. Look, I told you so. No, it's not time to still act smart. It's okay. When you're sure that you have collected all the things what you want to know, and then you say, beta, my whole community, everybody are Montebello people, they are out, they are stopped talking to me and all that. I'm going through so much pain and suffering, and I'm willing to do so much. One thing is bothering me regarding this thing. Why everybody talking about conversion? I mean, you are in love, right? So marry. Why not give importance to love? What is the conversion has to do with? Can you keep the conversion out? And right away, I mean, your daughter, you have raised well. She says, Mom, you are right. I think it's bothering me too. Because now you built up the trust with her. She's on your side. And then she says, okay, no problem. Let me work on it. 3 months later, she is going to come, Mom, I kicked that guy out. Because I realize he's a religious fanatic. So, the decision has to be our own sons and daughters. You are only there to help it. Let me tell you one interesting case on my website. There was a Brahmin girl, and she keeps on coming on website, and she was in love with a Muslim. And if I say, what will happen if he's talaq? Oh, that guy, he will never give me talaq. He's just so perfect. And I keep on going 3-4. I ran out of everything to tell her that, look, be mindful. So I gave up, whatever. So one day he came back and again told me that, I'm going to meet his sister today. Aha, I said, great. You're going to meet sister. Why don't you ask the guy that this guy, Muslim, is a very open-minded person, right? And he'll respect the Hinduism, and that's why he's in love with you. What if his sister, Muslim girl, in love with a Hindu boy, will he support? Can we both support? Ask him. So he says, okay, yeah, she was excited. Okay, I'll come back to you. And it's on my website. You can read everything. She came back after 2-3 days and says, I kicked that guy out. Why? Because as soon as she present, it says, if my sister date a Hindu, I will kill her. He says, here you've been dating me for last 2-3 years, and you talk about you're open-minded. What happened? Why the comment? What kind of open mind you have? Point is, to your question is, there is no one answer, but you have to know where to, like medical situations. There are so many options there. It's only what kind of things will work. That's something you have to find out your own. In that situation, don't worry. Just involve me. I provide free service to anybody, anytime. And I will help steer through that case. I mentioned that that daughter at age 18, she wants to convert to Islam. I asked him to go and read it. I offered him so many things to read, so probably he's going to be reading right now. But I will be following through with him like that. On my website, you will also see there is another Muslim girl, Hindu girl who has converted to Islam when she was 8 months old. She was pregnant 8 months. At that time, she converted to Islam. And she says there was just so much pressure he keep on putting that you must convert. And so she said, hell with this, she converted. Now she wants divorce with children. And how to steer through. And point is, it's these kind of issues are difficult. When you have already child, you don't have any, and plus she's a new migrant to America, so she does not have a support system. So I'm going to put the full support system financially, whatever she needs. Again, it has to be her decision, what she wants to do it, but we'll help her through whatever she wants to do it. But she will not suffer financially, not legally, morally, or support-wise. We'll fully support her, whatever decisions she wants to make. If she wants to get a divorce, get out. I offered her that, can I talk to the Muslim boy and educate him that why you had such a wonderful married life, both got married in court, 8 months she was pregnant till my married life was going so great. She says everything is perfect, except he wants her to convert before the child born. So I'm willing to, and he says, no, he's just out of me. Now the way I work it, I don't work in silo. I have written a joint article with a Muslim leader. We both wrote together what kind of Hindu-Muslim marriage should be. So when we both read it, everything we agreed, and it's in published there. So it's what I'm saying is not something anybody will feel offended, or any Muslim, or I'll be putting on the video. It's not something they may not like it. I'm saying that this leaving Islam is whatever that Bukhari I mentioned. They may not like or this Catholic Church that they will want the prenuptial agreement. They don't want those stir up those things, but those are facts. I mean, they can, if they don't, the video is right here. They can always challenge me that no, Dr. Amin, you said these things. I have a problem with it. So what I'm doing is, again, I'm working at a societal level. What is good for society? What kind of society we want to see future down the road? 10, 20, 100 years down the road, what kind of legacy you want to leave? The legacy I want to leave is pluralism, respect for all, equality.
My question was earlier about the daughter and the father. That the father told her that she shouldn't marry a Muslim.
No, not marry. She wanted to just convert, at age 18, she wanted to convert to Islam. Nothing to do with marriage, nothing to do with love relation. She just like Islam, want to convert. And it's her choice. Whatever religion she wants to follow, why not? There are so many beautiful religions. Fathers, what I'm saying is, father should not be saying this thing, that such thing, bad thing about some religion, where he does not have knowledge about it. He has not read the Quran. He has not spent time to understand what the teachings are there. It works for so many people. So without having knowledge, he should not be guiding his daughter. That's my point. First, he has to know it. What is it? I think.
Good. It was good information.
What point you did not know?
No, my both kids are married to Christians, so that was a good information. But like he said, so far I see that they go to temple as well as to church.
Yeah.
But they go once in a year. They don't go every once in a year.
That does not bother me. That does not bother me. Yeah.
They go once in a year to temple when there is pollution. They go to Christmas. They go to church. They one time.
You know, what I have observed, that we have given our culture to our son and daughter, and they are intelligent. They know what, even my son married to non-Hindu, and when he came back and he says, I says, okay, he said, Dad, I know what you wanted. You don't have to worry nothing. From that point, I have not raised a single point, because he know what I'm trying to say. And he has not raised the questions. I have not seen any problem. So I'm not pointing fingers. And the problem in our society is when your son or daughter, let's say, married a Muslim or Christian Jew, you know, people are pointing, look at, did you hear what? They don't understand anything. They don't understand what your particular situation, and then they make a stereotype judgment about it. It could be Muslim, it could be American colored persons, whatever. If our sons and daughters are happy, and there is, as per society is concerned, if I see there is equality, there is no exclusivity, dominance, that is only my God is the right God, others. So far it's not there. Still problem could come up that one is a spender, other is wants to conserve money, or some is a, I mean, the marriage itself has a, so, I mean, we all know that there are so many problems in the marriage anyway. I'm just focusing on the religious related point. So if you keep one thing out, race probably will work out good. And on that point, actually, I went to, one friend invited me for Katha, and I went there and I says, I'm sorry I got a little 5 minutes late. Are everybody there? He says, no. Only 3 people came. I said, not those 3 Americans you invited. They came and they sit down here. Even Panditji came 30 minutes later. So, I mean, when they take so much interest in what we do and they respect our culture and all that, I mean, who am I to complain about it? So, yeah.
Just saying the same thing. My daughter is married to white guy, and his mother knows everything about pollution. We don't eat this, we don't eat that.
Even they come to our temple when we
They come to our temple.
And not only that, during the Christmas time, in past, during the Christmas time when they are mass, we go to them, and this is a very good example. Listen, at the end of the ceremony, what all the Christians do, they go to the priest and they give something, and they.
That's Jesus' body. Yeah, bread.
And ourselves, we all sit together. My daughters-in-law, they will go to church. My son-in-law, they go. But myself, my wife,
No, they will say you don't have
we'll just sit over there, and they never object or complain about anything.
No, they said, don't go. Don't
Yeah,
go.
you don't have it.
We are not Christians.
They are kind of open-minded.
Right.
No, no. Actually, I have eaten even that one.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, again I went there in the line and he says, you are not a Christian, get out. So I'm open-minded. Yeah, please,
I have
go ahead.
another question that's more age related. A lot of our kids, boys and girls, they are getting old, and when they become in 40s and 50s, at that time I think at that time the whole goal is to get married. They forget about what other person and what religion the person carries. And parents will agree, okay, then we are getting married.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Or some parents will say to their son that as long as you marry a girl, I don't have any problem. And even if not the son marries the other boy, I mean that also is another chapter. You have to be. What can you do? You have
When
to.
they joke about it, somebody said that when he was Punjabi, he said, well, I told my daughter that marry only Punjabi.
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't find any Punjabi, so they said, okay, you can marry any Indian. And then, well, they tried, she couldn't find any Indian. And then, okay, then you can marry any Christian. And then, okay, they couldn't find any Christian. And then, I just marry any man, but not.
Yeah. No, it's see, this is a whole complex issue, and it's very difficult to generalize everything. But it's a very, very vital that it's our job as a parents to make sure if somebody is in a love, the first day you hear, you have to make sure that give my book. I have a complete 2-hour interview on my website. If you, it's a Hindu who married a Jewish lady. She's a New York Times reporter. Both are highly professionals. They have 2 boys. They got divorced. He is going through severe fighting, legal battle. Both are spending so much money for it. Because what happened that, and both agreed somewhere she gave it in, he agreed for bar mitzvah, meaning the children will have the Jewish school. By, I don't know what, one time she wrote it that our children will be raised in both faiths. In email communication she wrote it. So he dug out that email and he showed it to judge. Look, our agreement is, she herself said. So judge says, okay, as far I'm going to make judgment, both faith stands here because of just one email. That's it. Otherwise you would have been busted. Problem is, here what he's doing, he's into meditation. So he takes his kids 6 and 9 years old to meditation every time. On every day, Thursday, Friday is his days. Now she is going to court and telling that this meditation time is in conflict with the bar mitzvah time. So that meditation time should be given to bar mitzvah time because that's the only time synagogue could do it. And this meditation time in summer will give him 1 full month to catch it up this time. He says, that's not the way meditation goes. He has to do every week. And I have my Wednesday, I have my Thursday, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to give it. The court battle is whether Thursday meditation time should be given to bar mitzvah. And tell me what the judgment court give. I can give you the court transcript if you want to read it. Anybody? Court transcript there. The judge made a ruling that the meditation is a recreational or it's not a religious activity. Who the hell this American judge to make a decision that this meditation is not a religious activity? And it's in court transcript. So this meditation time was assigned to this one. This guy is a fighter. I'm working with him. We are consulting with him. Hindu American Foundation is also helping him. He went and challenged the court back again that the judge has no right to make a judgment that this meditation is not a religious practice. That's not a secular judge's job. That's some experts to make a decision. And he went back to court. Just last week he won the case. Wow. And he was so happy. And if you want it, he'll be more than glad to talk to you on Zoom line. He says, what he's telling me, Dilip, I wish I met you before I married that guy. He would, years of litigations and fighting, and think of the child's situation. Their parents are fighting, they are in the court bed, for what? Thursday, bar mitzvah time, or let them do whatever they want. But no.
I don't think the kids are benefiting from high.
No. And kids will become atheists ultimately. Or they will go to Islam or Buddhism. I don't want any this crap. It's a very unproductive, it does not help anybody. This fighting about religion is not help anybody. Only thing you need to do is beforehand just know all the facts and steer through.
I think ideal way is that you teach kids both sides of the religion and tell them that at the when you come 18, then you make a decision what you want to do.
I love what you say, but rabbis outright say children and imam and priest, outright they will say children cannot be raised into faith. They will give you in writing. You cannot. They will say that because children will get confused because two conflicting religion. I said no. I have seen many Jain Hindus marriages. They take them to both. They are never confused. It's because you try to install your intolerant dogma. That's the problem. So keep the dogmas intolerant. Anything intolerant, keep it out. Except Jesus, keep the church out. Keep the Muhammad out, except Allah. Anything conflicting, keep it out. Children, that's my ultimate message. Children must be raised in two faiths. Both faiths. 50-50. But as soon as you say this thing, none of the religious leader will accept it.
I have not met anybody that can do that.
My friends told me most people I met, they're very accommodating. They go out of the way.
As I said, I have seen so many great marriages, including my own family. Yeah, it's not a problem. But the only thing you need to make sure, how do you know that your party, when you are dating, how do you know what it will turn out that Thursday bar mitzvah and are you going to have fights on this Thursday with a bar mitzvah or a meditation? You don't. Only way you come out is like he said. If you have an agreement that children will be raised, as soon as you say raised in two chairs and run by with that imam priest.
Don't raise them, you teach them both sides.
No,
Okay?
use the word raise. They belongs to both the faiths, not one faith. That's it.
You teach that.
See, teach. No. Teach. It's a very deceiving. The way they do is, okay. We give the.
Children's time is a learning time. Let them learn about both faiths. Then once they are about 18, they are adult, then they can have their own decision.
Okay. In that case, the problem is one party will take out some most boring chapter of the Gita and teach it. See, I tried it. Kid doesn't understand. It likes more Bible, for example. And our agreement was to teach. We teach more. I'm done. Now they want to. I will not agree that teaching this thing because there is no barometer. Children will be raised in two faiths. That's it, period.
Yeah.
And everything 50-50.
Raising means
No.
It does not mean you go chapter by chapter and teach them.
Correct.
No, it simply means living.
Correct.
You live like a Christian, you live like a Hindu. Okay, let them live both religions.
Correct.
Okay, so they are learning rather than you are not
correct.
teaching them
That's it.
chapter to chapter. Okay, that's what I mean.
It's very accommodating.
A second religion you cannot learn, you have to live in it.
Yep.
To learn.
Yep.
Like in India, we are all Hindu considered. Okay, nobody taught us Hinduism. Okay, our parents or grandparents, nobody taught us. It is society teaches us.
The thing is
So
that-
we were there because society was there, so we learned the religion through society
The thing is that-
by living in it.
Yep.
So that's what how it should be, and that's the way it is really.
But even the other religion, the parents say, it's fine, let the kids believe in both ways.
Yeah.
So we got in both.
No, good.
So far it has worked.
No, congratulations. Yeah. Any questions from you?
So I
You are
think
quiet. Yeah, please.
The approach has to be right.
Yeah.
If ever problem comes, approach has to be right.
And legal point.
That's important.
Legal point. That email, he find it out that the children.
If the approach is
Yeah, correct.
right,
Right.
then you will come to that right.
Correct, right.
Like yes, no, there is no answer for that one.
And what I say that while dating, push your button. Push, even though you are atheist, push that. I'm going to children to mandir every day, even though you don't have any intention, you are atheist. But still push just to find it out that is that party is a religious fanatic. You know, You want to make sure, like a building, buying a home. I mean, if you go to basement and you smell some smell, you just don't ignore it. Yeah, it's okay, nothing. You go to really go after, call the inspector. Why the smell is coming? What is the problem? Is what? I mean, so what I'm saying is, when you're dating, you have to really push your luck. I mean, push, make sure, find out. Huh?
I said today's children are very smart.
Very smart.
We have 4 kids, and we were playing some game that who's going to be doctor first, and this something. I said, who's going to get married in India? All 4. Me. All 4 said me. My granddaughter says, my daughter's daughter, he said, Avi, they call me Avi. He said, Avi, they have to be cool Indian like you to celebrate Diwali as well as Christmas. So what I was saying, these kids are too smart. I think.
But actually, the problem also, many times we told our daughters especially that make sure you marry to only Hindu and all that. And there are many Hindu girls come and tell me that, uncle, I've dated so many Hindu boys in college. They don't have any interest other than having fun. They are not serious. They are not respectful. They are so unbelievable, uncle. Where do I find the kind of nice Hindu? Can you help me find it? So, just because somebody is a Hindu doesn't mean it's but again, it's the same Hindu, maybe at age 30 may settle down and maybe. But again, you have to really understand who that party is, and by asking very difficult questions. And those, you will find it in my book.
I think it looks like you are looking for somebody should not be fanatic about it.
That's it.
Yeah, no matter which religion it is, if you are not fanatic, you should be okay.
But the example I gave you, that Hindu girl at 8 months, she was that guy was not fanatic. They married in secular way. Up to 7 months she was pregnant. He was not fanatic, no problem. But now he become to. So what do you do? Later on, that person become fanatic.
Well, I think
so you are
when you
stuck.
spend some time with somebody, I think you can learn a lot about the person.
That girl missed out,
Maybe she did
because
not-
in that case, girl problem that they got married in India and then they moved to America. So her parents were far away. His parents, the Muslim parents, were far away. So they were not in the situation to influence the boy. But as soon as they have a son, they realize the son is coming and they start calling every day. So what I'm saying is, it's not your son or daughter's spouse may be religious fanatic, but the society, parents will install the pain in the mind of the married, and then problem starts. Again, life is full of problems. You cannot run away from problems. But so far, you know that yes, I need to walk 2 miles every day morning to have my healthy body. So far you know it and you take actions. That's what I'm recounting. Would you like, you have any suggestions, comments, thoughts? What do you thought of the presentations?
I really enjoy it. I mean, I like and I think we have even raising our kids, even though we are both Hindu, we would go for Christmas, we would actually go to church. We would attend. Our son actually was a part of, when he was in elementary school, was a part of a church choir. So we used to go every Sunday with him. So again, coming back to what he said, both my kids, they're still not married, and all I tell them, please marry a human being. I tell them, for my son, marry a girl. But you can just hope for the best, right? So
But now, add to it that make sure you marry to who is not religious fanatic.
Well,
That's one
I'm
thing.
not a fanatic, yes, but respect for religion is important.
No, you respect.
I mean, both of us, we go to our Hindu organization, but the organization we go to, the pastor takes examples from the Quran, from the Bible.
Yeah.
And for years.
Actually, I recommend that every Hindu should read Bible, Quran and all that. Because unless you read it, how you going to, why you think that yours is the best one? And I'm a president of Balviyar. I founded 2 other, and yeah, I always want them to expose to other faiths, because then only they make fully informed decisions. They will be more biased. My own son, when he was 8 years old, we used to have a Christmas tree and a lot of gifts and all that, and we all, right? So So, I mean, Christmas morning, he runs so fast. So, just to tease him, I said, stop. He said, that no. So, I stopped him and I asked him that, wait, Diwali just came and gone 2 months before. You were not excited. Why you are so excited about? So, in a hallway, I'm holding him. He says, Dad, this is America. Isn't it all about Jesus and Christianity? I said, my God. I told Raju, what happened? Where did we go wrong? My wife sitting in red. And immediately I said, where is the Rupa Ben's number? Phone number, because she keep on saying that Dilip, I come to Balvihar, you will do good. I said, forget it, Balvihar, who cares? I immediately sign up to Balvihar, later on become president of Balvihar. Now I founded Balvihar. Teaching Christianity is not a problem, but you don't end up giving wrong message that's what it is. You need to say that, like that the rabbi was telling, you belong here, you respect others, and then they go back again. So you need to make sure that clearly say that, yeah. It's difficult balance.
So both our kids went to Balvihar, then
Yeah.
pre-kinder all the way, and as we still have his video, he's dressed as Hanumanji and
Yeah,
telling of the baby behind him. Make it fun and they like it. Then at Christmas or
correct.
They should know.
How old they are?
Now they are 26 and 20.
20, yeah. So at a point you may have felt that, my God, I taught them about all Balvihar wonderful, and why now they forgot. Don't worry about it. Ultimately it will come back.
That's what I'm saying. Especially in Balvihar, they understand all the religions. In fact, at home we promote all religions like tolerance. But again, you never know the partners. Yes. One point I really liked about when you said, if the daughter comes and tells you, don't show a reaction, it made me think, because, the normal reaction is going to be an outburst. So the way you put it that for 6 months, let them realize whether it's right for them or not. So I really like the way you put that.
See, again, you all are professionals. What do you do in your professional life when there is a situation? You don't just make a decision. Wait, what is the issue? Tell me. You go through, read, call the experts, first understand the clear situation. So that's what we should be doing. Same thing we should be doing here. Nothing different, right?
In your experience, and I like your motivation, but you have seen so many cases that things are happening wrong or not in the correct format. But to the other end of the continuum, you have also seen some cases where people have moved beyond religion. If one thing is interfaith, you still maintain respect amongst religions, but people reach the next level of spirituality, where there is respect for religion, but it's beyond. Do you have encountered anything of that sort where, coming from different sects or religion, people have gone and, gone beyond?
Meaning coming from different sect and coming to Hinduism and took it seriously, or?
It means they are from different faiths,
right?
But they recognize that there is commonality of religions, and there is disparities among religions, but they have lived and they've gone beyond.
Correct. Actually, today's youths, they don't like what is being taught in their church. Many of them. And same thing, they don't like the way our mandirs are being run, or maybe Pandit may be telling them in Sanskrit or Hindis and all that. They don't understand anything. So that's why 24% of Americans youths are atheists today. And many of them goes to that, keep these religious institutes and dogma. They don't like those dogmas. They don't like to be told. And they make their own spiritual journey. So I see all the time. And I think for us, probably most of us, we are not, Hinduism is not a dogmatic that you got to do this and that thing. We have so many things, we cannot even pinpoint what we're supposed to and not supposed to do. But some of the other faiths are very dogmatic. You got to be doing this and that thing. So if they become free-spirited, as far as Hinduism is concerned, it will not bother us too much. So far you are doing your good karma, good enough.
But I think success of marriage is not based only on the religion. It depends on so many other things.
That's what I said, that so many factors, money and professions and...
And most of the time divorces are those things, they are not necessarily based on religion actually.
No. My focus here is all relating religious factors. I am not factoring if somebody is tall or short, that's their problem. Yeah. No, it's we are just focusing on religion.
So just because you are married within the same religion, your own religion, that does not guarantee to
No.
success.
As a matter of fact, there are so many divorces within Hindu I say. And that's why I don't tell anybody that make sure your son or daughter marry another Hindu. I mean, if they marry, it's a good one less religion is a one less problem. It's a better that way. But I'm not the one to recommend as a professional. Because I've seen so many. The problem, I've seen the interfaith marriage, actually marriages go really great versus many divorces in Hindu. The reason being, my analysis, okay, that when there is let's say your daughter is in love with Muhammad and they spend 2 to 3 or 10 years thinking through, discussing all those things. Or parents keeps on both sides, keep on bargaining and they will not get married and they really thinks through all those issues. So when they actually get married, they already know what's issues. And then they're done with all those things and they're out of it. So they're following what my guidance. Within faith more marriage, what happened that I'm Patel, my son finds another Patel girls and I get so, the parent side, the other side get so excited. My God, I thought he will never marry any Hindu instead of he's found a Patel. And then both the side of parents start pressuring, once you get married and things will somehow work. We pressure them so much to get married. And it's in 6 months they find it out we are not compatible. And then we ask that why did not say that? I keep on telling you, but you guys never listen to me. But point is, we keep on pressuring, we don't let them make a decision on their own. We keep on pressuring indirectly because it serves our agenda. And that also doesn't work.
The percentage of divorce is increasing because the tolerance is going down.
That is. But at the same token, I don't know, probably divorce statistics, I'm a scientist. I know how who is the biostatistician? Oh yeah, you are the one, yeah, right. And this divorce statistics is very horrible. It's how to prove, because somebody marrying at age 18 will die at 98. I mean, how are you going to run the statistics? And how are you going to have 1,000 cases like that to prove that? So divorce statistics are very difficult to point. What I'm saying is, if our sons and daughters, especially those who are marrying after age 25, I see that very low divorce rate. Because by the time they are really mature, they know what they wanted, they live together. Actually, I should not encourage anything, but meaning I'm not against if they want to live together. Because when they live together, I mean, they will know exactly in and out that, oh no, this guy's leave his brush up over there, don't even wash, and it annoy you to hell. Maybe get separated then if that doesn't work. So I mean, I mean, if somebody says they want to start living together, I say it's better. Bring up all those facts before getting married. So on your point, divorce is actually, I would say that among professionals and who are marrying after age 25, especially 30, divorce rates are very low.
It's mostly young generation.
And I want to run statistics. I don't know how to go by. Maybe I can take your help. Probably interfaith marriages have less divorce rates than within faith. I don't know. I wish I could. The reason? Yeah, no, because I'm not. Because again, I said that within faith marriage, problem is that both the parents keep on pressuring. It's not their decision. It's they were imposed on them. When it's the interfaith, they had so much to fight with parents, and if they survive and still wants to get married, meaning they thought through everything, and then they. Sometimes it also happens that in the interfaith marriages, your daughter or son, oh no, everything is going, we are very happy, very happy. Inside they are burning. This the 8-month pregnant who just got converted, her parents thinks that she's very happy. She always put up a nice face. Oh no, I'm good. He's nice, very nice. Because they are in India. She keeps on faking. She says, why I'm going through pain? Why I have to put pain to my parents? So it's who is happy and not happy. it's very difficult to judge.
Okay, what happens if this religion is not discussed at all before marriage?
See, if they want to be atheists, I don't have any problem. That's their life. But again, I mean, I'm not against religion. Religion has something good to offer. But don't bring religious fanaticism in your married life. And if we are open-minded, if we are atheists, wonderful. But don't accept somebody's other's religious fanaticism. What do you think of it?
Good.
Yeah. What is good?
I like it all this discussion, you know.
Did you learn something new?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
I just, I think we are coming very close to the end, so I just want to make one happy comment from my perspective, and that is that, and it's not about interfaith marriage, it's about the marriage among Indians, Dharmic religion people, there is Hindu, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist, whatever. Back in India, we have so much compartmentalized.
Yeah.
Based on the state and based on the caste. I'm not happy to observe that, but it's a fact that we are so divided. The happy thought is that much more than in India, the Indians in America, not the Dharmic people, are so well blended that if a Gujarati marries a Bengali or a Bengali marries
No problem.
a Maharashtrian,
No
it's
problem.
not an issue at all.
No problem.
Yeah, and it is such a very positive
Yeah,
thing that's
correct.
happening in this country among our Dharmic
Yeah,
people.
correct.
And
Yeah.
I'm very happy to make a note of it.
Well, there is a reason for that.
Our son got married with Rajasthani girl. My daughter got married with Punjab.
No problem. Actually, that's a blessings.
What Manu is
And I
saying,
wish this would spread.
well, Manu,
back
I
home
agree with
in
you,
India.
but there is a reason for that. What we are talking about is a completely different population of Indians in this country.
That's yes.
Yeah.
This is a very highly educated, very successful community, and we are very tolerant. As you learn, as you age, you become tolerant. And as you become tolerant, it's okay your boy or girl marry anybody. Doesn't matter. Like sometimes, like in our case, there have been 2 Christian marriages. Marriage part was never discussed, never came in the picture anyway.
Also
Marriage-
they look at our marriage too. Our kids, our son and daughter, see how well even 50 years, 52 years married. So they learn a lot of things and they try to
Okay.
compromise.
On that point, we visited some friend's home. Her daughter was marrying to Christians, and the parents tried the same thing that beta, try to find him. Says, your married life is so horrible. I have seen your horrible married life. Hold your I mean, what do you want us to? What kind of example you have set? I have seen it whole my life. Many people ask me that. Especially when their children are little, they say, how can I make sure that my son or daughter will marry only to Hindus? So then I ask people that, not to this group, I know you are all good one. I ask the questions that, okay, raise hand. How many of husbands are cleaning dishes every day at home? Raise your hand here. See? But this is here. Not in India. And not in many new Indian immigrant society. So I said, look, and you are sitting with your daughter and all that. And when you say that, wife, can you go get water for me? And a daughter which said, wait, you are sitting same distance from water. Why? And poor lady cook whole thing. Why she has to go pick up water, bring it to you, and you are here watching it. No, if she says, that's a blessings. Unfortunately, she does not utter a word. Only thing she says, I'm not going to marry such kind of Indian. So that's why you need to set an example in your own home. Yeah.
You have to be a good role model.
You have to be good. And it's the same for religion. For example, I use the specific examples, Rupa Ben, our friends close by. Her daughter married, she was a founder of our Balviyar, and I was the president later on of that one. So she is very religious and all that. And then all of a sudden we learned that her daughter is marrying to Christian, and at that time, I mean, she was one of the first case. You know, inside, I had no problem. I said, Rupa Ben's daughter, she's so religious, I mean, in positive ways. She's very open-minded, but she follows her religion. A guy like me is only talking. So if she followed the religion and the mega is so much, I had no concern whatsoever. Doesn't matter what you do. Even though that person is religious fanatic, she's the one who will teach him what is the right way. So you said exactly right thing. When I met Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji, he passed away in 2017 or like that. He's such a renowned guy. So I went there and sat next to him, and I was early working on that field, and I gave him some article, I wrote it, and all that. Swamiji, this is what I'm working, what do you think of it? He says, like that. I says, what does it mean? He says, whatever you're teaching, all those things has no meaning, put it away. I say, but then what do I tell to society? He says, tell them, parents, that from 1 year old, they are, before you eat, give prasad to Bhagwan, do Aarti, Puja, everything. You be the Hindu first. And if your parents, you have been Hindu from very first day of your child, let them marry to whoever they want to marry. You don't have to worry at all because you have installed, you have made the foundation. Same thing I met Sri Ravi Sankarji, and same thing I had those discussions on it, and he says, why interfaith marriage is bad? Isn't it good that our boys and girls marry to Christians, Jews, Muslims, and they teach them the Hinduism? I said, Swamiji, problem is we are not installed Hinduism in their minds. They don't know nothing. They don't know even, they cannot even say 2 minutes about Hinduism. And that's the problem. So problem exactly what you say. We missed out on installing Hindu value. And if we miss out, then why we are complaining to some other faith people? That's not, yeah.
What we are doing mostly when we do this, we are teaching them rituals, not the religion.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, because we ourselves don't know exactly what the Hindu religion is.
This mandir model, I'm against it. It's serving the needs of all the people who came from India.
Rituals.
American bonds does not see any connection here. First of all, language is a problem. This ritual you keep on doing for 15-20 minutes, and this is what's going on. There should be a lot more sermon. We need new kind of temple where completely all so we need to make a major change if you want to save Hinduism. Manubhai, you watch the clock.
No, I just want to let folks know that we had arranged this under this auspices of our group we call Mela Dost, and there may be some over here who may not have heard about it, but it's a group of people that we have some common activities together, mostly going out for lunch, but also playing cards, playing cards together. This is the first of a kind gathering where we have interesting discussion. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yes.
I hope we will have more of such discussion.
One point is I have recorded it. I have not take your face on the recording, but your voice will be there. So if anybody has any objection for your voice, it will go on YouTube. So that's one thing. Second thing, that as I said, that you are intellectuals. And you cannot just limit your knowledge. You go out and spread. Think about it, read about these things, these new situations, what Hindus are facing. Not all Hindus are intelligent enough like you to understand and grasp. So it's your job to now go and spread the message, give more lectures. If you need slides and all that, I can give you slides. Go talk to more. And do definitely come up with any other suggestions you have. Thank you very much, everybody.